Welcome to the Trade Talk Showcase. I'm Larry Lee with Brownfield, and with us right now, Hugh MacGillivray with Anuvia. Your product line has a lot to do with plant nutrition. Tell us a little bit about Anuvia.
Yeah, we produce a product called Simtrix. It's a bio-based plant nutrient, so it's an enhanced efficiency plant nutrient, which means it delivers the nutrition slowly and efficiently to plants. It's bio-based, so it contains about 16% organic matter in the granule, and so that's important in the fact that it's returning organic matter to the soil, feeds the soil, but also feeds the plants with nutrition.
So let's talk a little bit about that. Going with this type of a product with more organic matter, that's relatively new to the industry, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a brand new technology. We've been in business for about 5 years. We built a plant, a proof of concept plant in Zellwood, Florida, to prove that we could build a bio-based plant nutrient product. And we are just starting production in a new facility in Plant City, Florida, which will produce up to 1.2 million tons of product. And that is a technology that will provide not only efficient nutrition, but return organic matter to the soil.
So how is the Anuvia product different than what farmers might be used to?
Yeah, it's different in a few ways. It's bio-based, which means we're using organics as a starting material in the production of the product. We use those organics to create a slow release mechanism, so we release nitrogen slowly. That's important because it reduces the loss of nitrogen compared to conventional dry fertilizers like urea, ammonium sulfate. So we see about a 50% reduction in loss of nitrogen compared to a product like urea. And then we're delivering sulfur as well in that product, and that provides it in a sulfate form, which is available to the crop.
I would imagine that with a slow release product, you might be able to help farmers avoid that second pass in the field mid-season where they have to spoon feed more nitrogen. Is that true?
You know, I think there's a potential for that opportunity to kind of reduce the number of applications of fertilizer, because you can put it on and it will feed for probably up to about 8 weeks. So depending what their practices are, there's opportunities to take advantage of that slow feeding component of the product.
So for the Simtrix product, how widely available is it now? You started about 5 years ago. Is this available anywhere now?
We sell it through conventional ag retail distribution. So we're working with companies like Nutrien. We've been working in the Southeast with companies like Southern States, so the cooperative system. So it would be certainly available in most geographies now today through different retail organizations.
For the farmer that is looking at their nutrient program and they know what they've been doing in the past, what's the cost difference to switch to something like the Simtrix product, and how the farmers doing as far as getting their ROI on that?
Yeah, so our data is really encouraging on our product because of the nutrient efficiency, because we're returning organic matter that feeds that soil microbiome. We get better nutrient cycling. We're seeing about an average 5% yield increase across a multiple of crops. And if you think about a crop like corn, we're seeing about a average 7 bushel improvement in corn. So we're delivering typically about a 3 to 5 times return on investment when a farmer thinks about using this technology.
I've heard that using this type of a product not only helps your overall yield, but long-term soil health. What can you tell me there?
Yeah, it does. It certainly helps on the soil side. We're returning back 16% organic matter in a very clean, pure form. So it's feeding that soil microbiome. It's helping with soil regeneration, and that will improve soil health over time in terms of this type of product. So if you think about typical nutrition, it's really just providing nutrition. What we're doing is providing nutrition plus organic matter, which feeds that soil system, that live soil system.
Is Simtrix a standalone product, or do you mix it with other things as part of the soil health program?
It's typically going to be blended. It'll get handled just like a typical fertilizer. It goes in the same fertilizer bins. It goes into the same blending and application equipment. It quite often gets used in combination with your conventional products like urea, like potash or MAP or DAP. It can be used standalone. We do have situations where it's just put on straight as a top dress or with the seeding operation, those types of situations.
What about the livestock or dairy producer that does a lot of manure application? Is that a good partner for the Simtrix product?
It's really an alternative way to look at manure. So we are taking manure, digested manures from the industry. We have a partnership with Smithfield Foods where we'll be taking their materials coming out of their operations. And what we do is we deconstruct that in literally minutes. We do what nature does in a year or two, and we do it in minutes. And then we put it back in a very concentrated, clean, pure form back onto the land. So it becomes a very interesting way to utilize manures and return them back onto the field.
If the farmer wants to find out more about Anuvia and their Simtrix product line, what should they do? Where should they go?
Yeah, a great starting point would be our website, anuviaplantnutrients.com. There's a lot of information on there in terms of the product, the performance of it. And also there's information in terms of how to reach out to us if you want to speak directly to us. You can connect that way.
Anything you'd like to add today?
I think the other real benefit associated with Simtrix is its environmental footprint. We reduce nutrient loss. We have a smaller carbon footprint or a smaller greenhouse gas footprint. So when farmers are being asked to look at sustainable strategies in support of the people that are buying their crops by the food industry, Simtrix represents a really easy way for them to take a step towards more sustainable practices where they get environmental stewardship, they get soil health, and they get improved yield performance compared to just conventional practices today.
Hugh MacGillivray with Anuvia joining us on today's Trade Talk Showcase. Thank you.
Thank you.